People are saying they want me to watch the Mr. Beast thing, but the problem is it's 25 minutes long. And in reality, I could just tell you exactly what it is because I know what this is about. This is actually not about his friend who apparently has been accused of grooming minors. This is actually about him being exposed for being a fraud because a former worker of his came out and made a video, a 50-some minute video, breaking down what Mr. Beast has done and essentially how he works. You want me to summarize? Because I can. I don't have to watch this video because I watched the 50-plus minute video. Here it is. That's the guy. That's the former worker right there, actually. Let me see if I can get to a good, like, screen grab here. The freeze on. I don't care about her face. I'm trying to, there's no good one to pause on, huh? Not really. Care about the stupid DMs and shit. The fuck? This is what he focused on, this woman? Here's about her. He's focused on women. What the fuck does this have to do with it? Here, I'm just gonna watch it. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Here, let's see this. Let's go to this woman that he's focusing on.
Join any kind.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So basically, I know what this is. Okay. So last year, all right, last year, on this very show, we watched a video documenting some of these Mr. Beast giveaways and where are they now? What happened to the people who won his biggest giveaways? One of the biggest giveaways, excuse me, was his own, like, Willy Wonka, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory giveaway, where in his Feastables candy, there would be golden tickets, just like in the movie Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. And if you found a ticket, you'd enter into this reality TV contest, a series of challenges or whatever, to win a real-life chocolate factory. Okay? Now, while we were watching the video, it was explained that the people who actually won didn't actually win the contest, meaning they weren't supposed to be in it. They were YouTubers who already had almost 1 million subscribers. They were friends of Mr. Beast. They opened a whole bunch of candy bars and never got the golden ticket. And then all of a sudden, they were given one that had it in it. So they didn't legitimately get into the contest. Then, when they won it, they basically said they didn't want the candy factory, and the candy factory was sold off and given away. Okay? So basically, by watching the video, it's funny because the video is like, oh, here's someone who won a lot of money, they did well. Here's someone who won this contest, they did well. Oh, here's the candy contest where a bunch of already popular existing affluent YouTubers weren't supposed to be in it, but were handed an entry in it, basically outside of the rules of the contest, then, through some kind of questionable means, won the contest, but they don't even have the factory anymore. They got rid of it. Right? So it's like, huh? So right then and there, I said, so this is fake, right? I said it. I said, if that's the case, then it's pretty obvious most of his stuff is fake. Do you really believe that there's a video where he buries himself under the ground for a week and it's legit? Are you stupid? You really think he would do that? Right? Like, but that's the thing. Like, all his videos are these stunts, these weird things. And then, so basically, anyway, that was what I knew of Mr. Beast about a year ago, right? I said, obviously, it sounds to me like it's all fake, right? Well, this person who's his former employee made a 50-minute expose exposing everything. First of all, he says, Mr. Beast has a 3-pronged plan. Yes, just like my old 3-pronged plan for success, he has one. But essentially what he did is he used YouTube as a means to build trust within children. He made it so that children now see him as some kind of a good Samaritan authority on life. So now kids follow him no matter what he does or where he goes, and they take his word for it no matter what he says, and they do whatever they're told. For example, he was telling children that go to the store where you see my Feastables candy bars and please clean up the shelf for me. Make it so that my candy bars are straight and aligned and nice and the area is clean, that the tags are out so people can see the price. And if there's not enough, please go grab an employee and ask them to restock the shelf with my Feastable candy bar. Yes, he actually did this. It's documented. He does it. He says, but he knows his audience is kids. So he knows that children will do this. You see? So essentially what he's done over the course of 5 or so years on YouTube, he's made himself the #1 kid YouTuber. Even though he doesn't say that in his videos, that's literally what it is. It's the same as what happened with Fortnite, where even though you know kids are primarily the audience for Fortnite, the streamers who were the big streamers for it would never say that, but they knew they had a child's audience. You know, it's all children watching them. So it's predatory. What he does, 100%, he's a predator. He's a child predator of a different kind. He's not a sexual child predator. He's a child predator where he's buying trust. There was a video where he's walking down the street and he runs into a kid that's like 13 years old. And he says, hey, right now, open your phone and show me that you're subscribed to me on YouTube. And the kid goes, oh, I am. And he shows him, oh, here's $1,000. Thanks for subscribing. So now kids think if I subscribe to Mr. Beast and I run into him on the street, he'll give me $1,000. So they all subscribe to him. And he's done tons and tons and tons of stunts like that that are insanely exploitative of children. Okay? So that's #1. He exploits children. #2, most of his videos are fake. There may be a few here or there that are legit, but most of them are fake. People have called out CGI. People have called out the fact that the time frame's wrong. People who have been in the videos, which is what this is right here, they offered anyone who lost $1,000 to sign away their rights to join any kind of class action lawsuit. I didn't sign, so I did not get the money. After this article came up, things started blowing up. They called everyone back and decided to offer an additional $1,000 to make up for inconveniences. So this is what I mean. All of his videos are faked like this, where you can't tell anyone what really happened. You can't actually be truthful to anybody. Instead, you just have to keep everything a secret, and we'll keep it hush hush, pay you money for it, yada yada. That's how his content is, right? So he's coming forth with videos that he's claiming are genuine. He says he's argued with people on social media. He's argued with people, no, our content's real. But it's fake, it's staged, it's bullshit. The stunts aren't real, the contests aren't real, none of it's real. It's just an entertainment product manufactured to look to be real so that he'll get 1 million, 2 million, 10 million, 20 million, 30 million views by children. Okay? So he exploits kids, and his videos are fake. Then on top of that, he does fake giveaways, meaning he'll be on a stream and say, we're going to do a merch giveaway. If you buy a piece of merch, all right, we'll sign it live, but we're going to randomly include money in certain ones. We'll include money in this one, money in that one, okay? First of all, that's an illegal lottery. You can't do it. It's actually completely illegal. No matter where you are in the United States, you have to have rules you abide by when you do a lottery. So him just giving shit away like that is actually illegal. Then they actually showed on camera by accident that the signatures on the shirts are fake. They're not his. They're his crew's. They actually showed on camera by accident on a shirt, his crew put MB on it. So he signed Mr. Beast, even though it's not Mr. Beast's signature. You're paying for a piece of merch thinking you're getting a signature on it from Mr. Beast, and it's not. It's from one of his crew members. Okay? So, I mean, this is just 3 things from this 50-plus minute video that were blown up. And what's happened is since this video came out like 2-3 weeks ago, Mr. Beast hit that guy, the former employee, with a cease and desist. And the former employee says, I'm not going to cease and desist. I have more to talk about. I have evidence of all of what I'm saying, and it's all coming out in future videos. By the way, the video is demonetized. So it's not like the guy made the video to make money. He's making nothing whatsoever on the video. He just got so fed up with Mr. Beast being Mr. Squeaky Clean, charitable poster boy of YouTube, he made the video to tell the truth. Okay? So, yeah, pretty insane, because after this happened, now everyone is making these videos. It's not just essentially, and by the way, everything I'm saying is based off the video that I watched of the former employee. I have no interaction with Mr. Beast. I have no evidence of anything. The employee presented the evidence in the video. Okay? So it's based on what the employee presented as evidence, what I'm stating here. Okay? So I'm not saying anything. I'm just covering it in the video here. But look at this. There have been, no exaggeration, probably about 100 to 200 videos on YouTube now in the last 2 weeks that look just like this. Some of them have 5 to 10 million views. and they're all saying exactly the same thing. Mr. Beast just got exposed. And it's not just about, like I said, yeah, he had a former friend who apparently now has been exposed supposedly for child grooming, and he, you know, he didn't really do anything about it, or he never really called him out for it. But that was how this started. But then when people started to see that not really catch, I guess you could say, that's essentially when basically this guy came out and did his video, this expose video. So this is pretty insane. What's going on with Mr. Beast right now? For the last 2 weeks, it's been like this, and it's getting worse and worse. Like, at this point, I'm very curious what's going to happen. Because if people actually go after this guy for fake lotteries, that's illegal. And he could actually go to jail for it. Or pay millions upon dollars in fines for illegal lotteries. All right? If it's found that his videos are deceptive and not real, but he claimed they were real, that's fraud. That's also a crime. So he might actually get caught out for multiple crimes if people can prove what they're saying. I'm very curious what's going to happen moving forward with this guy. The thing is, children might not care, right? They might not. Children are very gullible. They're very believable. They might just keep believing this guy is some kind of a real-life superhero, right? When in reality, I mean, I've told you guys this before, and I'll end with this, all right? I'll end with this. There's a difference between charity and philanthropy. True charity is when you give away of yourself, you sacrifice something of yourself to help others, and you don't personally benefit from it at all. In fact, people shouldn't even know. What is charity? Donating your time at a soup kitchen. Instead of doing something with your time that would benefit you or your family, you went to a soup kitchen and literally just helped feed the homeless. You took your hard-earned money and you actually put it towards a cause, but you didn't publicly proclaim it for personal gain. You just did it behind the scenes. That's charity work. You understand? Now, philanthropy is when you're trying to help people through any means, but it doesn't have that criteria of secrecy and you don't help yourself. Literally everything he has done, Mr. Beast, is considered philanthropy, but not charity. Literally none of it has ever been super secret behind the scenes. It's all self-serving. Every single video he makes is self-serving. All of his businesses are self-serving. They're all self-serving because he benefits from it directly, right? It was all about giving away. Why on earth would he be sitting there saying, buy my merch with a chance to have me throw extra money in it and then have someone else sign his signature on it? It's a racket, right? It's a racket. And he's the master of the racket. He's earned the trust of millions of children around the world, and he knows that, and he's using it in any way, shape, or form to personally benefit himself and his giant empire that he's built for himself. But in reality, sorry, it's not legit. It's all based on a lie that this guy's a good guy. It's all self-serving stuff, you know? Anyway, you know, it is what it is, and people will expose it. I'm not going to sit here and do it, right? I have nothing to do with that. I'm a tiny little guy. People have already made 5 to 10 million view videos on YouTube about the topic, so I'm not going to be the one to be speaking up about it. But that's what that would have been if we looked at that video in depth. Basically, it's people coming out who were part of his video saying they were fake, they were staged, but we were paid to keep quiet. And basically people analyzing all his contests over the years and saying, that's an illegal lottery, that's an illegal lottery, that's an illegal lottery. And then seeing how he basically abuses kids, because it is abuse. It is complete child grooming and manipulation. It's just not for sexual use. It's for essentially attention farming. He has attention farmed children around the world through underhanded means, and YouTube doesn't stop it. They should, in my opinion. Like I said, with YouTube, it certainly should not be, oh, everything goes as long as someone doesn't slap someone with a lawsuit. Someone at YouTube should be there and be like, all right, we need to actually have a department that judges what's morally right and wrong. Because even though we might not get sued into the ground for this, it's still fucked up that we have someone who is literally grooming an entire generation of children to think he's a fucking pariah just so he can become rich. At some point, someone needs to stop this shit, right? So anyway, to me, you know my opinion on this shit. I'm not gonna like that. I don't like this guy. I never did. But you can like him if you want. But all this is now coming to the forefront and being exposed, and that's what that video is about. And I'm telling you, there's like 100 videos like that on YouTube now, all based on this information coming out. So, okay, fair enough. All right, thank you guys for watching DSP versus the Internet. I appreciate you hanging out with me here today. Hopefully, next week we'll see what happens, because obviously, you know, I have a lot of things going on, and like I said, next week there's a possibility with this documentary coming out on Review Tech that may happen, and therefore I'm going to be doing that, and this will have to get bumped. We'll see. So let's leave it to say, yes, next Sunday will be the next React show, with the possibility that it may be getting bumped. All right? Okay, guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.